Warzone 2 is here. There are over 50 weapon options, and many you won't unlock for a while. So which guns should you use? Especially at the lower ranks and for the beginners on the game, which we all are at the moment. Well, I'm here to help, so I thought it'd be great to offer my best beginner loadouts. They will, by the way, also be great even if you have a bunch of weapons ranked up too. I've also made them so they're easy to use and pretty forgiving, so there'll be something in there for everyone. And the best thing is, we'll all have these weapons unlocked. And I've tried to use lower level attachments and attachments that you don't need to get from ranking up other weapons. There's also no tuning on attachments either, since you need to be max rank on a weapon to do that. So we're going to start with the perk packages. At the moment you can't actually edit them, but even if you could, there are a couple of preset ones that are pretty good anyway. So I'd recommend Spectre for double time, Tracker, Spotter to a lesser extent, and Ghost most importantly. Or either you can go for Vanguard or Commando for High Alert as the ultimate perk, and Fast Hands as a bonus perk if you do choose the Commando package. Lastly, if you want to run two primary weapons, you're just going to have to run one of them that includes Overkill. But remember, you can just buy your weapon from a shop at any point, so it might not be necessary to have Overkill. For the tactical and lethals, there are no specific ones that outshine the rest on Warzone 2. Of course, for tactical equipment, heartbeat sensors are still pretty good, stims are also still good, but shock sticks, stuns, and snapshots are all good options too. And for lethal equipment, Semtexes and drill charges are very good as well. Now for the classes themselves, and we're starting with the M4. It's still a trusty weapon just as it was on Warzone 1, and for the barrel we're running the High Tower 20-inch, which improves the bullet velocity, damage range, recoil control, and reduces the aiming down sight speed just a little bit. Then we have the X10 Havoc 90 underbarrel, which helps you with both types of recoil, again does reduce the ADS a little. Following this we have the 45 round mag. Obviously in Warzone we do need those extra bullets, but with the 60 round mag that kind of slows us down too much. Then for the rear grip we have the X-Turn grip, helping our sprint to fire and ADS speed. So we do get a little bit of that aiming down sight speed back with this attachment. And then lastly, we have the VLK 4x scope for the optic. This build is unsilenced, but it is hard hitting with good recoil control and decent aiming down sight speed. The better silencers are unlocked a little later on by ranking up other weapons, and red dots don't show up on the minimap on Warzone 2 unless there's a UAV in the air, and UAVs are a lot less common on Warzone 2 as well, so we don't have to worry too much about being unsilenced. For the sidearm, since we're not running Overkill, the X13 Auto Blueprint from the beta is absolutely fantastic if you did play the beta. This pistol doesn't unlock until much later, but with the Blueprint, you have it straight away, and it's like a little SMG. If you don't have it, I actually recommend going for a launcher such as the Peeler, which will help you out against people and vehicles alike. And at the low levels, pistols aren't that great, until probably the Desert Eagle. Okay, next up is the Vel 46, which is the first SMG we unlock. For this we have the X10 RR40 muzzle, 50 round mags, the Schlager Soldier rear grip, the Vel A568 stock, and the VLK 7MW laser. This mixture of attachments gives us really high mobility, really good ADS and sprint to fire time. Then the muzzle gives sound suppression, range, and velocity, so it really is a bit of an all-rounder at those close range distances, and it's very fun to use. Again, for the secondary, the Pistol Auto Blueprint or a launcher are very decent with this. Or you can go for Overkill and use the M4 if you like. Okay, now lastly, I'm going to offer you a sniper option, which is the MCPR 300. Again, this is the first sniper that we unlock. Fortunately, it's probably the best weapon in its category anyway. And for the muzzle, we're running the Nil Sound 90, giving us sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness, but does reduce the aiming down sight speed. Which is why for the laser, we have the FSS Ole V laser, which improves our aiming down sight speed. Which is a theme continued actually throughout the rest of these attachments, because for the magazine we've got the 5 round mag, improving our ADS, sprint to fire, and reload quickness. Then for the bolts we've got the Cronin Smooth Bolt, improving the rechambering speed. Then lastly on the rear grip, we have the Cronin Cheetah Grip, which gives us even more sprint to fire speed and aiming down sight speed. This sniper has the weird combination of being hard hitting with good velocity, and yet because of the attachments, quick aiming down sight speed as well. For its secondary, you can go with an overkill perk package and use an M4 or the Vel 46 as shown earlier, or again the X13 full auto is a decent choice. I would personally go for overkill though, just so you can be deadly at any range. Hopefully these loadouts and class setups help you out, and if you want to know how to rank up your weapons as fast as possible and have more options, be sure to check this video out.